Imagine a simple habit, accessible in gyms, spas, and even in many homes, that could drastically reduce the risk of premature death. Now, think of something that could improve your heart, strengthen your lungs, expand your blood circulation, protect your brain, and even prolong your life with more vitality. Sounds like an exaggeration, doesn't it? But what if I told you that we're not talking about a restrictive diet, a miracle supplement, or a new and expensive medicine, but rather an ancient practice? The sauna. Yes, that hot stuffy space that many use only as a form of relaxation can, according to serious scientific research proven in major medical centers around the world, be a true elixir of longevity. Studies conducted in Finland, a country where the sauna is a cultural habit, have shown that going to the sauna 4 to 7 times a week is directly associated with a significant reduction in the risk of death, especially from cardiovascular and neurological diseases. What was once seen only as a luxury or a pleasure, after training, is now being investigated as one of the most powerful allies of human health. But what has science discovered about saunas that is attracting so much attention? The most famous study was conducted by the University of Eastern Finland. Following more than 2,000 men over 2 decades, the results were surprising. Those who used the sauna between 4 and 7 times a week had up to a 63% reduction in the risk of death from heart disease, compared to those who went only once a week. In addition, overall mortality from all causes fell by almost half. But the benefits don't stop there. Regular use of the sauna has also been shown to have an impact on the prevention of strokes, neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's, and even on strengthening the immune system. And when we look more closely, we realize that the intense heat of the sauna reproduces, in a way, the physiological effects of moderate physical exercise. The heart rate increases, blood pressure regulates, blood vessels dilate, and the body, in response to extreme heat, activates survival mechanisms that strengthen overall health. It's almost like passive training, a silent exercise that you do just by sitting and letting the heat work its magic. And what exactly happens inside our body when we expose ourselves to that heat of 70 to 100 degrees Celsius? The first response is vasodilation, a process in which blood vessels expand to help dissipate heat. This improves circulation, better oxygenates tissues, and reduces the stiffness of arteries, one of the factors that most contribute to cardiovascular disease. Next comes the acceleration of the heartbeat. During a sauna session, the heart rate can reach 120 or even 150 beats per minute, similar to what happens during a light walk or moderate run. This thermal training strengthens the heart muscle and helps keep blood pressure under control. In addition, intense sweating is not just a cooling mechanism. It helps eliminate toxins, heavy metals, and metabolic waste accumulated in the body. It is as if the sauna were a deep cleansing of the internal systems. Another little discussed point is the stimulation of heat shock protein production, which acts to protect cells from damage, repair tissues, and slow cellular aging. In short, every drop of sweat shed in there is a powerful weapon against the deterioration of the body. And it doesn't stop there. Science also points to the benefits of the sauna for the mind. In an increasingly fast-paced and stressful world, mental health has become a fundamental pillar of longevity. Extreme heat induces a state of deep relaxation, reducing levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. Studies show that people who use saunas frequently report lower incidence of anxiety and depression. In addition, there is a direct relationship between the practice and a reduced risk of dementia. In a Finnish analysis, men who used the sauna 4 to 7 times a week had a 66% lower risk of developing Alzheimer's. This data is simply impressive, as it shows that the sauna is not only a relaxation practice, but also a tool for protecting the brain against devastating diseases. Imagine a space where you can simultaneously strengthen your body and shield your mind from the evils of the century. That is exactly what the sauna offers. Another interesting factor is that the sauna also acts as a kind of gym for the lungs. When you enter that hot environment, your breathing naturally speeds up, forcing your lungs to expand their capacity. Studies have shown that regular use can improve respiratory function, reduce symptoms of diseases such as chronic bronchitis, and even improve the quality of life for people with mild asthma. This is because heat and humidity help relax the airways, facilitate mucus elimination, and improve ventilation. Once again, we see how this seemingly simple habit affects different systems of the human body, offering a chain of benefits. It is no wonder that Finns, who incorporate the sauna into their routine from an early age, are known for their quality of life and high life expectancy compared to many other countries. Now, you may be wondering, if the sauna is so powerful, why don't we hear about it as an official recommendation everywhere? The answer lies in the fact that, despite numerous studies proving its benefits, the sauna is still seen in many countries as a luxury or a practice restricted to spas. In addition, daily access to saunas is not yet a reality in much of the world. But the scenario is changing. Doctors and researchers are beginning to include the practice as a complementary recommendation for patients with cardiovascular risk, obesity, and even stress problems. In some hospitals in Europe, there are already therapeutic sauna programs as part of the rehabilitation of cardiac patients. What was once just a Nordic cultural habit is now beginning to be recognized as a preventive and therapeutic practice with a solid scientific basis. But beware, it is important to emphasize that although saunas are safe for most people, they are not recommended for everyone without supervision. People with serious heart problems, uncontrolled blood pressure, pregnant women, or individuals with specific medical conditions should consult a doctor before adopting the practice. In addition, correct use is essential. Sessions of 15 to 20 minutes, followed by adequate hydration and rest, are considered ideal. Excessive use can pose risks, such as dehydration or a drop in blood pressure. In other words, the key is balance and responsibility. As with any health strategy, the good news is that, for those who can practice it, the effects are cumulative. The more frequent, the greater the benefits. That's what the data shows, and that SY427 weekly sessions made such a difference in the results of the Finnish studies. And here's the big question. What do you prefer? To ignore this knowledge and continue to believe that longevity depends only on genetics and luck, or to try something that is scientifically proven and that can, in fact, change the course of your health? The sauna is one of those discoveries that unite tradition and science, something that ancient peoples already intuitively valued, but that modern medicine is only now beginning to fully understand. With each session, you are not just relaxing, you are investing in more years of life, more vitality, more mental clarity. It is as if each drop of sweat were a small signature of commitment to your future. Ultimately, the sauna is not just a habit, it is a lifestyle. Incorporating this ritual frequently, especially 4 to 7 times a week, can be the difference between rapid aging, full of limitations, or a long, vibrant, and active life. The Finns have already shown us the way. Science has confirmed the benefits. Now, the decision is in your hands. Will you continue to view the sauna as just a moment of relaxation, or will you see it as a powerful tool to prolong your existence? The future of your health may be just one door away, the door to the sauna.